But we do begin with a possible breakthrough in the Long Island serial killer mystery. An arrest has been made, and today we're expecting to learn the identity of the man police say is a suspect in a subset of at least 10 murders dating back more than a decade. These images show a forensic team actually searching the suspect's home, a source close to the investigation telling us this all came down to phone data and that the suspect's address has been on their radar for some time. That Long Island home located in Massapequa Park, not far from where the victims' bodies were found in Gilgo Beach on Long Island's South Shore. Fears of a serial killer in this area started back in 2010 when a woman's body was discovered in Gilgo Beach. Then bodies of 7 more women and a man and a toddler were found in the same general area over the next year. ABC News senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katersky has been following this story closely for us. He joins us now from Suffolk County Criminal Court, where that suspect is expected to go before a judge. Also joining us, 2020 editorial producer Christina Corbin. She's also produced the podcast Grim Tide, Hunting the Long Island Serial Killer. Aaron, let's start with you. What are you learning about this suspect and how investigators actually zeroed in on him?
This suspect is believed to be a 59-year-old man from Massapequa Park who's lived in that same home where he grew up, has a wife, a couple of kids, is believed to be an architect, according to neighbors. And in 2010, according to the authorities, he began killing women and dumping their bodies on the South Shore of Long Island, right in a wooded area along the beach. And this went unsolved until now. But we're told, Kira, that the authorities had his address and had an identity on him, and he is expected to appear in this courthouse about an hour or so from now.
Christina, it's amazing hearing he's a husband, a father. You know, you covered this case since 2010. Tell us more about what you think of this news, also the victims, and how were their remains discovered?
Mm-hmm. Good to be with you. So this actually all started with a woman named Shannon Gilbert. Shannon was an escort from Jersey City, New Jersey, and she disappeared in May of 2010 from a gated community called Oak Beach out in Suffolk County, Long Island. And the search for Shannon is actually what led police to the remains of 4 other women, all wrapped in burlap and dumped in very thick bramble along Ocean Parkway. For those people who don't know Ocean Parkway is a rather desolate highway with no lights. It's right near the water, and it's thick bramble on the side of the road. And so in the search for Shannon, they find 4 other sets of remains. And these were all women who worked as sex workers. They were all in their 20s. They had all advertised their services on Craigslist, and it was determined that all 4 were asphyxiated.
So then, Aaron, why did it take so long to track down this suspect? And did new technology help lead, like many investigators, to suspects like this?
There's no question new law enforcement techniques were brought to bear to help police solve at least part of this crime spree. It's believed that there were new DNA techniques used and also communications analytics, phone analytics that can only be done as sophisticated as it is by the FBI. And for a long time during this investigation, the FBI and Suffolk County Police were at odds, and that became obvious in 2013, 2014, when the then district attorney and then police chief both went to prison on corruption charges. But in more recent years, the FBI was welcomed back into the fold, brought some of these sophisticated techniques into the investigation, and now it's culminated in this arrest. There are a total of 10 victims that have been tied and become known as the Gilgo Beach murders, but it's not clear yet what this particular suspect is going to be charged with. We'll see when the court papers are unsealed, when he appears here in court. But it's believed, Kira, according to multiple law enforcement sources, that he's believed to have killed a subset of the 10, maybe these initial 4 women whose bodies were found wrapped in burlap bags.
Wow. So, Christina, I mean, since you've covered this for so many years, how significant do you see this for investigators who clearly have worked so many years to crack this case, and also the local community that has been living in fear?
Yeah, this is a stunning development because for all these years, they have never named publicly a person of interest or a suspect. The phones were always a focus of this investigation because one of the most chilling details of this case is that the alleged killer used one of the victim's own cell phones to call her family in upstate New York. And he did it from areas around Times Square and Penn Station, around some of the busiest cell towers in the world. He kept the phone short. He kept the phone call short, under 2 minutes, and he taunted the family. So from the very beginning, I think investigators were always focused on these phones, and I guess these advancements in phone analytics is what took us to today.
Well, no doubt I can see the tremendous 2020 update down the pike now. Christina, Corbin, thank you so much. Aaron Katersky, appreciate it. We'll stay, of course, on the story and follow all the developments today.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.